Hey guys, it's Elena.
And it's Candace.
And you're listening to Cousins on Crime. Hey.
Hello. Oh, guys. By the time you're hearing this, I will be balled up in a corner on the floor crying about my kindergartner.
Aww. She's growing so fast.
Lena.
Aww.
All those years, I prayed for her and didn't get her. All those years that I put my body through hell and still didn't get her. All those years I waited for her, and now poof, she's in kindergarten.
I know.
How?
You're just doing the thing, and time is just...
I literally blinked.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe it.
She's so smart, and she is gonna go places.
She told her teacher last night at the Meet the Teacher that her favorite number was 1 billion.
1 billion.
Yeah. And her teacher was like, whoa, that's really cool.
And she loves space.
She loves space and animals and
the color red.
Ocean and red. And she's
so cool.
I just can't wait to see her learn. And we've been working on reading all summer, and I just can't wait to see her learn and grow and
watch her mind what she
know. And the weird thing is, like, when the girls will say something that I'm like, where did you get that? Like, who taught you that? And it's amazing that they learn from others. Like, some things I wish they wouldn't learn from others, but it's exciting that she's going off to school.
Yeah.
And she's going to be learning all this stuff that I didn't teach her.
Yeah.
Which is probably a good thing because I'm not a very patient teacher. But anyways, I can't believe it.
So you don't think you would ever homeschool?
I always thought I liked the sound of that until I had the children. Actually, it was when the twins came along that I was like, oh my Lord. They're just all so close in age. And no, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I am
Sometimes
not qualified.
Kids just respect other people more than they do their parents.
There you go. That's true. And I think it's important for them to learn from someone else. Someone who's qualified to teach. But yeah.
I love it. It's a whole new chapter in life.
I know. And the twins will be starting kindergarten next year. I don't understand. I really don't understand. It's weird.
It is weird. But I can't wait to hear how her first day went.
I know. I'm going to be hiding in the bushes. Oh, I won't leave the campus. They'll be like, ma'am, you can't just sit here in your car all day.
For 8 hours. How long does she have to be there?
I don't know. I'm not a mathematician.
Okay.
I just know what time I need to pick her up. Anyways, I might have to sit outside in the car. I'll just use my hotspot on my phone and get some work done in the parking lot.
There you go. Just for a little bit at least.
Yeah.
Well, I will check on you tomorrow. How about that?
Maybe I'll call you to go check on her.
Yeah.
Because you're closer.
Yeah. Aw.
Anyway.
She's going to do great.
She's going to do awesome. I'm so proud of her.
Yeah.
So excited.
You've done a great job with her.
Oh.
Aw. Okay. Let's move on. Let's get into this story, okay?
Let's do it.
All right. So today we're going to talk about Pam Pitts.
Pam
Pitts. Okay. She was born June 25th of 1969 on an Air Force base in Michigan. where her dad was stationed at the time. And she was the oldest of her siblings and loved hanging out with her brothers and sisters. They say they were together all the time.
Aw. Military families are like that, aren't they? Because they're always moving around, leaving friends behind,
and you tend to stick closest to your siblings because they're your friend for life.
Exactly.
She was a great and protective big sister. She loved swimming and being outdoors. She was outgoing and not afraid of the limelight. She grew up in a time where the cool kids communicated on CB radio.
Okay.
That was the big thing. Her handle or her nickname was Dark Angel.
Oh.
At some point in Pam's teen years, her parents separated. Her mom went to live in Casa Grande, Arizona, while the kids stayed with their dad, Paul, in Prescott, Arizona. At this time, that's where they were living, Prescott. Okay. So about this time, it was her junior year of high school, and she went to work at a local sandwich shop. Say that 5 times fast. But jumping to June of 1988, she was 19 years old, and she moved out of her dad's house and in with some roommates.
Fun.
Her dad says she was in a hurry to live life and make her mark.
Oh, I know what that's like.
Right?
And then you go crawling back to your parents.
Exactly. Did we both do that?
That's what they're there for. They're like, okay, get it out of your system.
Yeah. And that's pretty much what Pam did. And I'll get into it. So she was in a hurry to make her mark. She wanted to be independent. Mm-hmm. Originally, it was just Pam and her friend Shelly Norgard living in this, I guess it was a house.
Okay.
I never saw if it was an apartment or a house, but we're going to say it's a house. But they soon realized that paying rent was a little more difficult than they thought it would be. So they invited a guy named Jeremy Anderson to move in and help them with rent.
Okay.
On September 14th, Pam called her dad, Paul, and told him that she needed to talk to him. They planned to go to dinner at a local restaurant. And at dinner, she tells him that she's struggling a little bit with the move. They were behind on their rent, and she was tired of the living situation, and she asked if she could move back home.
Aww.
He told her, well, I didn't want you to move out in the first place, so absolutely come back home. She planned on coming to his house on the next Saturday to do her laundry and make a plan to come back. Mm-hmm. They said their goodbyes and left the restaurant, going their separate ways. Saturday came and Pam never came to her dad's house to do her laundry like she was supposed to. He thought, well, maybe she decided to do something else, teenagers, or maybe she'll just come tomorrow. But Saturday evening, Shelly called Paul and told him that Pam took off and she didn't know where Pam was. And Shelly asked him if he knew where Pam was.
Took off.
Yeah.
Okay.
He says, no, she was supposed to be here to do laundry, but she never showed up. Her dad and family thought, she has a lot of friends. Maybe she decided to stay at their house for the night. She was saying she didn't really like the situation she was living in. Maybe she just needed to get away with other friends. Mm-hmm. So he's like, we can catch up with her on Monday when she gets back to work. So we're in the 80s when we didn't really have cell phones. Mm-hmm. Yes, there was the CB radio, but I don't know if they tried the CB
come
radio.
In, Pam. Pam, come in.
Dark Angel. So by September 19th, that Monday, Paul called the place that she worked, and her boss got on the phone and said that Pam wasn't there. She hadn't shown up to work.
Ugh.
So this is when reality hit for Paul. He had to say, okay, something is wrong here.
Oh, what a sick feeling knowing that you'd let the whole weekend go by.
I know.
But I mean, you're right. It was of the time. Like if he didn't know where to call her. She didn't have a cell phone.
Right. That, and police are notorious for saying, oh,
yeah,
just wait 48 hours or whatever. So he calls the police and he reports her missing. Detective Bill Bradshaw and Sergeant Bill Hobbs went to Pam and Shelley's house to check things out. Shelley answered the door and willingly allowed them to look around the house. They saw Pam's purse, her driver's license, her medications. It was all still at the house. I mean, things that she would have taken had she just gone to stay somewhere else for a couple nights. Why wouldn't she have her stuff? Mm-hmm. So the detectives sat Shelley down at the kitchen table and asked her questions. And Shelley told them that the last she knew was that Pam was going out to a party, but she didn't even think that anything bad had happened. She's like, she went to a party. Mm-hmm. I guess she hadn't come back. As she continues to talk, she tells them that Pam and her had a joint checking account to pay the rent.
Okay.
I wouldn't have done that.
That's weird.
Yeah. I don't know. Shelley says that Shelley had just put her portion of the rent into the account, and then Pam emptied the account and didn't pay the rent.
What?
She's like, she took the money and now she's gone. She just took off.
Okay.
Paul made it his mission to find his daughter, and bless his heart, he had 3 other children to raise.
Oh gosh.
Get them to school, care for them while he's searching daily for his oldest daughter. He said it was all he could think about day and night.
It's just one of those things that becomes a part-time job.
Yeah.
When you have a missing child and then you have a job. You have an actual job and a career.
Right.
You've got, oh man.
You have, your full-time job. You have your kids.
Exactly. You can't just lay down even though you want to. It's
right.
Man.
Day and night. He's thinking about her. So let's talk about this party theory that Shelley told police. There is a place called Gordo's Pit. It's a wooded area where the local kids would go party.
Gordo's Pit.
Okay. Well, on September 29th of 1988, a married couple were walking in the area.
Oh.
They saw a pile of trash that looked like it had been burnt. And the man starts kind of like pilfering or like curiously poking around the trash bags. And to his absolute surprise, he saw a human body part sticking out. And I say body part because one report says it was an arm. Another report said it was a foot. So,
I mean, how could you know when it's that badly burned?
Right. He called police right away.
Well, I'll say.
I think anybody would. The body under all the trash had been totally burned beyond recognition. Found melted into the ribs of the body was a metal bracelet that was engraved with the words "Dark Angel."
Oh my gosh! Whoa!
Yeah, just right there,
melted into her ribs.
That's what it. Yeah, that's Lord what the report said. But the words were still...
I was about to say, like they could still make it out.
Right.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Also, detectives had Pam's dental records, and by that, they were able to definitely confirm that the body did belong to Pam Pitts.
No.
In autopsy, they learned that she had fractures in the skull, but there was no obvious cause of death.
It's so hard when a body is that badly burned.
Right. The medical examiner noted that the heat from the fire had killed the fly larva on her body.
Wow.
Which gave them the inclination that after she was killed, her body was stored somewhere long enough to form this larva.
Wow.
Then later taken to the wooded area and burned.
Wow.
Detectives interviewed a lot of the students at the hot the hot school.
The hot school.
Yeah, the high school, rather.
Where only hot people go.
Just saying. At the high school, a few of the kids had told detectives that Pam was at a party that happened at Gordo's Pit the night of the 16th when she went missing. One of the male students said that he was with a person who he calls half track.
Okay.
I'd like to know where that came from.
What does that mean?
But I can't tell you. I don't know.
Okay.
But Half Track was joking around saying that he had to kill some girl, saying that he had finally made his first sacrifice to Satan.
Okay.
Half Track supposedly told this guy that he took an ice pick and stuck her in the jugular vein and bled her for a while and then set her on fire.
Oh, Lord.
Rumors attributed this to the satanic panic of the 80s.
Time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there were rumors that Pam participated in the occult.
Oh, okay.
Her CB handle was Dark Angel, but Pam was absolutely not a part of any occult.
Okay.
Pertaining to her dad's account.
Mm-hmm.
Shelley and Jeremy were brought in for questioning, and Jeremy says he was at a football game the night she went missing, and then he hung out with a couple of guys. Shelley said that she was with her boyfriend and a few friends. She named them. She was with a guy named Ray, which was her boyfriend.
Okay.
Her friend Dawn, and John and Terry. She met Dawn about 8 p.m. at Jack in the Box, and then they went to Terry and John's house. They watched RoboCop, and she left their house at 2:30 in the morning.
Sounds like a normal Friday night for me.
Yeah. RoboCop, come on.
Jack in the Box, RoboCop.
The four friends, or the three friends that were with her, were questioned, and they corroborated Shelley's alibi. Ray even took a polygraph and passed.
Okay.
Another rumor came about that a girl named Melinda Perry got into a fight with Pam at the party at Gordo's Pit, saying that Melinda went after Pam. Like she jumped her. They say that Melinda threw Pam on the ground and kicked her in the head about 3 to 5 times.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They said Pam was able to get up and her head was bleeding. It's not clear to me what happened next, but the theory is that Melinda finished the fight by killing Pam and then throwing her onto the fire pit.
Who's Melinda, and where's this all coming from?
Well, Melinda was labeled as a bully in the community or at school. I don't know.
All right.
And I don't even know who gave this whole story, who told them or who witnessed it. But Melinda is now their prime suspect.
Well, yeah. I mean, it seems pretty specific.
Right. Exactly. So, of course, they jump on it. She came in for questioning. One of the first things she says is that she hasn't even been to the pits in 2 months because the last few times she went, the cowgirls started stacking up on her.
Oh. Okay.
Detectives tell her that there are witnesses saying that they have seen her at the pits every Friday night. And her response to that was that it was a lie because she's not been there.
Okay.
They say...
Everybody else is lying.
Right. They say, tell us about the fight that you got into with Pam. And Melinda says, matter of factly, I didn't get into a fight with Pam. I've never been in a fight with Pam, and I've never told anyone that I fought her. Uh-huh. They tell her, well, some people have told us that you did. And she says, no, I sure did not. Just very matter of fact, plainly. August 10th of 1989 rolled around, and the case against Melinda was actually taken to a grand jury.
Wow.
Melinda tells them that she had absolutely nothing to do with Pam's murder. Her alibi was that she was at a party at the American Motel with 2 guys named Scott and Jeff. The guys were there playing music. And after their jam session, she went with them into their hotel room to hang out. The man questioning her says, maybe you got into a fight with Pam and you just don't remember. She says, nope, I sure did not. She says, I always remember my fights.
Oh, yeah. That's something I'd remember.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. November 1st, the investigative grand jury indicted Melinda for perjury, saying that she lied about her whereabouts the night of Pam's disappearance. I don't know how they proved that she lied, but later an investigator went to the American Motel and asked to see the ledger of the night of September 16th.
A ledger.
Yeah. Back in those days. Mm-hmm. One of the guys that Melinda says she was with, his name was on the ledger, thus corroborating her story.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't put her there, but she says she was with this guy who was proven to be there.
Who was there that night.
So December 20th, Melinda was sentenced to 41 days in jail for contempt of court and failure to pay fines.
What? Okay. I mean, okay.
Yeah. It's like they're just trying to hold her on something until they get further proof and can really get her for this crime. The records from the grand jury were sealed and nothing came from it.
What?
Yeah, they couldn't find enough evidence other than these witnesses showing
that she was there,
that she
had a fight.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah, I'm wondering, like, what did they have? Like, why did they hone in on her? What did they have?
That's the thing. They didn't have anything except for witnesses giving them this specific story of her kicking Pam in the head 3 to 5 times and throwing her on the fire.
When someone gives you that story, you're like, okay, why didn't you tell somebody?
Yeah.
You're like, okay.
And you're telling us now?
Yeah. You witnessed this? Okay.
Yeah.
And you sat quietly?
Yeah. But what's interesting to me is that they went full force with Melinda, taking her to an investigative grand jury.
I mean, yeah, it seems like it all escalated rather quickly.
Right. And then nothing.
Right.
The records were sealed. She goes to jail for 41 days for contempt of court and failure to pay fines. And the case just stalled and went cold.
Wow.
Leaving Pam's family with so many questions.
Oh, I can't imagine that, like, this feeling of relief that, they've got somebody.
Gonna get justice.
They're just gonna, they just have to gather a little more and then falls flat.
Right. But eventually in October of 1990, Melinda's 3 charges of perjury were dropped.
Okay. Quite the reversal here.
Yeah. It's like, I know. What is happening? May 25th of 1991. We're just going to keep jumping years here.
Wow.
It's now been over 2.5 years since Pam was murdered. A group of students were walking a field and exploring a mine on Iron Springs Road in Prescott, Arizona. They discovered a body in a vertical mine shaft.
Oh my gosh, that is like my worst fear.
To walk up on a mine shaft and see a body in there?
No, to go down and get stuck.
Oh, in the 80s, it seemed like that happened.
All the time?
I mean, do you remember hearing like news?
No.
Anyway.
No, I didn't.
Let's
I was
not...
a child.
Okay.
I was a baby. No, I probably did. And that's why we're here sitting here talking about
it's
podcast.
Like in the back of your mind
exactly.
and you don't realize it. Okay. No, what comes to mind is baby Jessica falling in the drain.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I blocked that out. Thank you for bringing that back.
Now you can deal with your
my trauma.
Yeah.
I need to work through those emotions.
So the body was positively identified as Ray Clerx.
Who?
He had been shot in the head. Yeah, and you say,
wait, Ray?
Ray.
Shelley's boyfriend?
Shelley's boyfriend. We've heard his name before.
Wow.
Haven't we? Yes, Ray was the boyfriend of Shelley Norgard, Pam's roommate, and he had gone missing in early May of 1991.
Oh.
So he went missing early May. They find his body May 25th.
Wow.
So now, investigating Ray's life, they learned that Shelley and Ray had moved in together after a year of dating in April of 1989.
Okay.
Ray loved flying airplanes, and the two of them liked working on cars together. May 7th of 1991, Ray earned his aviation degree.
Aww.
And went to find work at John Wayne Airport in California.
Good for you, Ray.
Yeah. Very shortly after he arrived in California, he told his brothers that he had to make a trip back to Prescott, Arizona. And while he's there, he's going to pack up his stuff and move to Orange County, California.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
did Shelley know that?
So she will learn.
she would learn it eventually.
Yeah.
When he started packing.
But his brothers were already there, and he's like, I'm going to come back. I'll be back in a couple weeks.
Okay.
Well, a couple weeks later, his brothers grow concerned because he's not back in California and they haven't heard from him.
And they know he's got this job opportunity.
Yeah.
He's not just going to not come back.
Exactly.
Wow.
So they called Shelley, and she tells him that Ray landed a job flying a plane to Mexico and that he had left early that morning. They ask her to have him call them when he gets back. And a couple days later, they still hadn't heard back from him. So they call Shelley again. She says he's not here. Every time they talk to her, Ray was unavailable.
Okay. Wow.
Ray's brothers contacted Prescott police on May 28th of 1991 and tell them what's going on. Police ask, well, what does your brother look like?
Oh, gosh.
And the brothers were like, why would you ask?
Oh, man. Ugh.
And police tell them, well, we pulled a body out of a mine shaft 3 days ago. Like, let's just cut to the chase.
Nobody wants to hear that.
They're like, we think you might need to come to Prescott. The brothers wasted no time. They arrived, or when they arrived to talk to police, they were only allowed to see the clothes that Ray was wearing. They didn't allow the brothers to see the body because it had already been badly decomposed. The brothers were able to confirm the clothes did belong to Ray. And pictures were taken at the scene of the mine. In the dirt were tire tracks, which matched the tires on a Ford pickup truck that was recently borrowed by Shelley.
Shiitake mushrooms. Shelley. Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't see that one coming.
Right. Police went to Shelley's home and questioned her.
I'll say.
While there, police found blood in the house.
What?
Huh? When police walked over to Shelley's car, they smelled the smell of death.
Oh.
They know what it is. There was blood in the trunk of her car, which matched Ray's blood type.
Just leave it all there,
well,
Shelley.
Yeah.
Do no cleaning or what are you doing?
What the heck? What is she doing? Also in the car under the front seat was a 9mm Ruger revolver.
Okay.
And Shelley is arrested.
I'll say.
June 4th of 1991, Shelley pleads not guilty. But with the ballistics testing matching the gun as the murder weapon and evidence piling up, she knew she was caught.
Caught.
Yeah. She admitted to the murder. By this time, it was 2 years after Ray was murdered.
Wow.
When she finally was like, okay.
You got me.
I did it. At sentencing, the story that Shelley gave was that the two of them were out stargazing and talking.
Yeah.
They had to get things situated, you know. She got so enraged when Ray told her that he was not just leaving her, but also moving to California. And she went to the car, she grabbed the gun, and she shot him.
Okay.
But with the evidence that they had from Shelley's house, the blood that was found there, it was obvious to them that she shot him at her house.
Mm-hmm.
They believed that after she shot him at the house, she put his body in her trunk until she was able to borrow that truck and take his body to the mine.
Okay.
Shelley was sentenced to 20 years.
Oh.
Without the possibility of parole.
20 years.
20 years. Because it was a plea deal. She pled guilty.
Man.
Yeah. May 30th of 2011, Shelley was 42 years old and had finished her 20 years.
Wow.
She moved to Nevada, however you want to say it, and she got married, starting a whole new life.
Congratulations, Shelley.
Lieutenant Tom Bolts pushed for Pam's cold case to be worked on. Captain Victor Dart started working on it, seeing that Shelley had been convicted of a different murder.
Yeah.
They really took her serious as a suspect this time, and I'm not sure why it took them her whole 20 years sentence to
learn this and think about it.
To start digging.
Yeah.
But these cold case investigators had a lot to work with. Crime scene pictures of Pam's crime scene, reports from interviews, all those hundreds of interviews they did, and they got to work. Detective Dart had a great idea to obtain all of the phone calls that Shelley had while incarcerated for those last 20 years.
Wow. Amazing.
There were actually several calls with Shelley and her dad having conversations. He would ask her questions referring to, quote, that night. In one call, he says, "You've never told me what actually happened. I'm kind of up in the air about it." And so Shelley's response was, "I had a moment. I had a huge moment." And the call went silent.
Okay.
Well, Detective Dart, he took that as a confession. And so June 5th of 2017, detectives went to Reno, Nevada, where Shelley now lived. She got married and was now living as Shelley Harmon. She managed rental properties and she did bookkeeping and tax work.
Okay. She was just getting on with her life.
She was a whole new life. And neighbors and friends called her a brilliant and generous Christian woman, entrusting her to care for them and their pets and their homes.
Oh my. Okay.
Somebody completely different than we knew.
Well,
Shelley made a big mistake though. She had failed to register as a felon.
I was about to ask if they knew anything about her prison stint.
I'm assuming not, because she didn't register herself, and it's required in Nevada for you to do that. And so she was picked up on those on those allegations. And at the police station, detectives they tell her, "Have a seat. I want to talk to you about..."
You're going to want to sit down for this.
They're like, "I want to talk to you about 1988.
Okay.
And Shelley says, "Am I under arrest?"
Just tell me.
Yeah. She knew.
She knew exactly.
And they're like, "Well, yes, you're under arrest for the murder of Pam Pitts." Her defense attorney requested that any information about Ray's case not be brought up in Pam's trial.
I love it.
Right. But
please don't tell him. Please, please leave that out of it if you would.
I mean, that's common.
Yeah, it's common.
But the prosecution fought to keep it, and there were just too many similarities with the two cases, and this would help prove that if she killed this person, it's very likely that she killed this person.
Right.
But the defense won the motion.
I knew you were going there with that.
Yeah. The judge ruled in favor of the defense.
Till it's all dust time.
Yeah. After waiting 30 years for this moment.
Goodness.
And now it's been 3 years since Shelley was arrested for Pam's murder. Pam's family, they made a group decision with the prosecution that they would take a plea deal.
Oh, wow.
That as long as she confessed and told the story of what happened to Pam.
Yeah, because they didn't know.
Yeah. That she would get time served.
Oh, no. Oh.
And her dad talks about how he got flack for this.
Oh, man.
But he you know.
But you can't. I mean, you can't put yourself in the victim's family's shoes. I mean, it's their life to live with this.
Right. And they really just wanted to know what happened to her. And they felt like this would be closure for them.
Mm-hmm.
And it has been closure for them. But March 1st of 2021, Shelley went to court and confessed. She said she was angry at Pam because the bank account was overdrawn and because she was about to move out and back home with her dad.
Leaving her high and dry.
Right. Shelley wasn't able to afford living on her own and she had nowhere else to go. So Shelley goes out looking for Pam and finds her at the Gordo's pit at the party.
Mm-hmm.
She walked up to Pam and they started fighting. Shelley punched Pam and knocked her.
And nobody sees this? Like,
so, yeah, I'm assuming this all happened away from the party goers.
Okay.
And
or they thought she was Melinda, maybe?
Yeah, I'll tell you my theory on that here in just a second. So, Shelley punches Pam and knocks her down to the ground. She gets on top of Pam. And she just kept punching and punching her until Pam stopped breathing.
Oh my God.
So this is why I'm assuming that this was away from the party goers, because Shelley said she heard voices coming and she realized Pam wasn't moving. And she's like, oh my God, I killed her. And she freaked out. She got up and she hurried off and left.
Okay. Leaving her there?
Leaving her there. That's her story.
Okay.
That is all that she left with the family.
What?
Yeah, that's all. They weren't able to ask her questions.
Wait, what about her body being burned?
Yeah.
She's not telling the whole truth.
She didn't tell the whole thing, but that's all she had to tell was what she did.
No, deal's off. Deal's off.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No mention of how or when she burned Pam's body. Her sister talks about how they're left with just to think that somebody else came along and burned her body and threw trash bags over her.
Her dad knew about it. Didn't she talk to her dad in jail?
Well, he knew something happened. As he had questioned her a few times.
Maybe he helped her burn the body.
No, I don't think he did. I think he knew she was capable. Obviously, she's in prison for killing someone else. He's like, okay, this is a little too sussy. Like, another person that you were close with is dead. And so I think that's why he was questioning her. Like, he knew there was a truth there that he wanted her to say, but she never would. So yeah, they heard the gist of what they heard the gist of why, but really her dad wants to know what was so bad that she had to take Pam's life. Her dad speaks in a documentary on Cold Case Files about her case, and he says, what keeps him going is living the way that Pam would want him to live.
Aww.
He says we just have to keep on going and live productive lives. You just live life better and live it for her.
Aww.
To me, this case is about a person who didn't take rejection well.
Yeah.
She couldn't handle the feeling of being abandoned. Something inside of her just boiled.
Love me.
When Pam and Ray told her that they were leaving her.
Mm-hmm.
She couldn't let it happen. And it's scary that someone could lose control like that just because it didn't go their way. Yeah.
Like my 4-year-old.
Right.
Seriously. Literally, Poppy wanted a sucker today. I said no. And she goes, I just want what I want. And I was like, well,
you get what you get.
You don't always get what you want.
Right.
Shelley.
Right. Yeah. And you're teaching her that right
now. When she needs to be taught.
Right. So, and I'm sure maybe her dad did teach her these fundamental things, but she didn't catch on. She spent 23 years in prison for taking 2 lives.
Gross.
I hope and pray that she is different. You know, her neighbors say she's this Christian woman. I hope she did repent and turn from her wicked ways.
Did she go back to Reno where she's started this?
I don't know where she's living now, but from my knowledge, she's still with her husband.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, enough about Shelley.
Ew.
Tired of it. Ray Clerx was deeply loved by his family. He was laid back and he had a good sense of humor. He was doing cool stuff.
That is so cool.
Flying
planes?
Yeah.
Flying
airplanes. And he was seeking a better life for himself.
Mm-hmm. He's like, this chick is mental.
Yeah. She's holding me back.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go places.
Exactly. And I don't want her to go with me.
Yeah. Pam's family says that Pam exuded the 1980s.
Mm-hmm.
Her room always smelled like Aquanet hairspray.
I love it.
She loved animals, took care of the elderly, and she was kind and bubbly, but she was also tough.
Nice.
Yeah.
She reminds me of our next victim that we'll talk about next week. Same vibes.
Really?
Yeah. 80s hair, don't care.
That's right.
It's such a waste. It's such a waste.
And for what?
Like you said, because it didn't go her way.
Yeah.
Get a life. Get over it.
I know.
Stop whining because you didn't get a sucker today.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
It's disgusting.
Wow. And then Ray, come on. I mean, I have questions about that night. Like, did they go with her? Like,
so that is a question in people's minds because he was an alibi for her.
Yeah. Multiple people were.
Yeah. And so also I never did tell you my theory about Melinda.
Go on.
I think that Shelley is the one that concocted this whole story about Melinda, knowing that she's the bully in the town.
Exactly.
I don't know that. I don't know what stories made her a bully, but I think Shelley made this story up and was telling other people, "Hey, tell the police this. Hey, tell them
She
that
punched
Melinda."
her.
Yeah.
She got her on the ground.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so, she could have ruined her life. She almost ruined Melinda's life by doing that. But yeah, Ray.
What a gross person.
Right? Just no regard.
No.
For anybody except for yourself.
Man.
But yeah, that's all I have for you.
Wow. That sucks. Like, that is so sad.
Yeah.
What did she think? I'm just going to kill you because you want to leave my apartment.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's leaving her apartment either way? Like,
right.
What are you going to...
You need her to stay and
you
help
want her
you
to
pay.
Stay.
Well, she's definitely not going to pay you now.
Well, definitely not.
Like,
wow.
How does that... No rationality here.
Poor Ray out there all on his own.
I know. But isn't it amazing? It was really interesting to me how quickly he was found.
Right.
Like these
Considering.
these students just go to this mine, and maybe they had been there several times. Maybe it was something that they studied
maybe it was
on
a thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they just happened to walk up and see his body there.
Wow.
I think that's pretty amazing because he could have been out there for years.
Who
and
knows?
nobody,
Oh, yeah.
his brothers would have never known where he was.
Well, we would have known.
Yeah.
We would have known.
Yeah.
Well, at least she served time.
Yeah.
For murdering her boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And may she get hemorrhoids and not be able to sit properly for the rest of her life. So that was great. Let's do it again sometime.
Let's do it.
Bye, guys. Thank you for listening to Cousins on Crime. Get connected with us by becoming a free member on our Patreon. Or for just $5 a month, you'll have access to bonus episodes, discussion groups, and much more. If you can't afford $5 a month, we get it. Inflation, am I right? Please consider leaving us a positive review and rating wherever you listen.
And don't forget merch. Support our podcast and show the love by sporting t-shirts with our latest designs, or grab an evidence bag to keep the chain of custody for all your valuables. Don't forget to follow our show on your favorite streaming app so you never miss an episode, and get photos and updates on our Instagram at Cousins on Crime Podcast or our Cousins on Crime Facebook page. Have a case suggestion? Email us at cousinsoncrime@gmail.com.